Today on Aston1936.com, I'm going to show you how to remove the grille from your Aston Martin. You may need to remove your grille because you're doing some body work, you're taking off the front fenders, you're doing something you need to get in behind here. For me, I'm actually going to be taking my grille out to refinish it, but I want to show you how to do it. It's pretty straightforward. The first thing you need to do is remove this slam panel, and check out my other video on how to do that. But basically the slam panel just lifts away and gives you access to basically the bolts and stuff. So let me show you what tools you're going to need. To remove the grille, you only need a few tools. Basically, you have 10 7mm nuts you need to remove. So I have a 7mm 6-point socket and an extension and a ratchet to go with it if I need the ratchet. I have a 7mm box end wrench. Definitely going to be using that. An inspection light so you can see what you're doing for sure. And in case you drop one of the nuts, it might be nice to have one of the magnetic nut picker-upper things, which is a real possibility because a couple of the nuts are in a tough spot. And of course a microfiber, just in case you need to wipe something up. All right, well I'm going to start by doing the easy ones first. So the 6 that are basically 3 on either side of the hood latch, and just using my 1/4-inch ratchet to get them started. And then a tool I didn't really show in the tools bar. I'm going to switch to a nut driver. I want to be careful not to drop the nut off into the inner reaches of the car. So set that aside. Okay, so I've got the easy 6 done. So now I'm going to show you, we're going to switch to using the 7mm wrench. And I have to get up in the cavity space here in front of the air ducts, so it's going to be tough for you to see them. But basically just, you can only get about an 1/8 of a turn. But what I found is that once you get them loosened off, they're not very tight, and I can roll my side of finger along the nut and make a lot more headway with loosening them. Now the bottom one will be even harder for you to see. Maybe I'll try to get hold the light here. I'm down in here again, getting like a 1/16 of a turn. And these are going to be boring. You're going to hate yourself. But basically, once you got it loosened up, there we go. So these are the spaces, though, that I'm worried about dropping the nut. So I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to focus on my handwork here. Honestly, I don't even know how I'm going to catch the nut.
Magnet underneath?
Well, I can't really. So there's one. And now I may use the other, because if I drop it, it's just going to sit on that plastic shelf down there. That worked pretty well. Hopefully, maybe we got that on camera. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, so I've got my 10 nuts are removed, and I'm going to very carefully bring this forward, and and I'm going to worry about scratching the paint on any side of it. There we go, like a trophy. So now I've got this out where I can work on it on the bench. So now that I've got the grill removed, you can see the plastic surround. So once I removed my grill, you can see I've actually got some structural damage to the plastic. So Aston Martin, for whatever crazy reason, thought that basically when you close the hood, there are these rubber bump stops on both sides that are actually adjustable, and you're supposed to take some pressure so the hood sits at the right height. Well, they mounted those to the plastic subframe for the grill. And what do you think is going to happen when you bang on this spot over and over again? It's going to blow it apart. So you'll probably see me taking this subframe out and doing an article on how to repair this. It's also broken at the center. And there's actually a piece missing. There should be a piece that looks just like this, and there is. I actually have it. It fell out of the car. And but you'll see me repairing, probably with epoxy, getting this top part re-glued back up and this middle piece replaced. It's just cosmetic, so it should be able to be repaired. Maybe I'll even figure out a way to strengthen this a bit, but that'll be in a future article. The grill's out, and I'm gonna, for me, I'm gonna be worrying about refinishing that. Check out my other video on that. There's probably gonna be a link to it up here. If you enjoy watching these videos, please go ahead and subscribe. And I'm also going to have a companion blog article to go with this series on how to refinish. But even if how to take this grill out, check out Aston1936.com. And as always, I'd love to hear your comments. Please leave those down below. Thanks for watching.